Welcome again to Military Guna TV. Thank you very much, guys, for joining me. And today we're going to touch on the preview of the Jamaica versus Suriname, the long-awaiting game. Yes, people, the long-awaiting game, a game that everyone actually is talking about. Definitely a game that everyone is looking forward to. And I know for a fact that I am looking forward to this game. So I assume that most Reggae Boy fans are looking forward to this game as well. So this is a preview. I'm going to do a bit of prediction and also my predicted starting lineup, and definitely into a bit of tactics, how we can deploy, how we can break down the Suriname team, and what we can do, how effective we can be when we're going to play them. So as I said, people, thank you very much for tuning in. A lot of respect. Hopefully everyone is good, because it is a good evening. It is definitely a very, very good evening. And I hopefully that everyone is actually doing good and is in good health. So massive respect, as you guys can see, Jamaica versus Suriname. And we could look into some of the history between Jamaica versus Suriname. We could definitely look into some of the history. A lot of you guys know that this is not a fixture that is the first anyone is seeing such a fixture, because we've played them quite a few times. We've played them in the Caribbean Cup, FIFA World Cup 4 times, and also in the CONCACAF Nation Leagues once. So so far, let me see if I could bring it up so you guys can see what I'm talking about before I go in any more details. Let me bring it up so you guys can see. And honestly, this is a game that I'm definitely looking forward to. So let's see what transpires in this series, and what we're going to look forward to in seeing, and how it will affect. How it will definitely affect what we want to do. A few people are in the chat already. Yankney Guna, big up Yankney. A lot of respect. Thank you for coming in. So I'm going to bring up the head-to-head. I'm gonna show you guys the head-to-head, because I know a lot of you guys, for some reason, there is a delay. There's a delay in the, how should I put it now? Like the whenever I'm sending out a stream, there's always some form of delay. I don't know why that is. There's always some form of delay. So I'm bringing it up. See definitely what I'm talking about. So this is what the head look like, people. Silvano, big up Silvano for coming in. Big up Kevin Bailey as well. A lot of respect. So people, this is what the head looks like. I'm sure you guys are seeing it. So far Jamaica has won 4 and we lost 2 games. We have drawn 0. So in all retrospective, we have played 6 games, and as you guys can see, we have the better running. We have the better running for this time period. We do have the better running for this time period. So so the first time we played against Suriname, was in 1966, 18th of June. We played against them in the Caribbean Cup, in which we lost that game 5-3. Then we played again in the 31st of March 1996 in the FIFA World Cup, where we won that game 1-0. Then again, because we're drawing the same group in the FIFA World Cup, then again we played them. I played them again in the 21st of April 1996, where we won that game 1-0 as well. So we did throw some good punches back then. We did throw some good punches back then. Then we met again in the 28th of May 1996, where they slapped us 3-1 in the Caribbean Cup. So it is important that, if you look at it, people, we actually defeated them in the most critical areas of that pitch. The most critical areas of that pitch. and that tells a lot. That tells a lot. So in regards to the World Cup, we dominated them in the World Cup. That is in 1996. Then now in the Caribbean Cup, they slapped us 3-1. And then now at the 14th of November 2016, again in the Caribbean Cup, we faced off with them and defeated them 1-0. Then in 2018, November the 17th, we defeated them 2-1 in the CONCACAF Nation League. So what is that telling me is that whenever we play the Suriname team, it doesn't matter which team it is, which players are on the pitch, it is normally a very, very close game. So everyone who's believing that this will be a pretty much an easy game, this will be a walkover game, I'm telling you guys, take it out of your head from now. Please do so, because it will not be something like that. Let me run through the comments. Nathan said, if Hector had composure, I wouldn't be worried with him in the midfield. Big up, Nathan. Just Shane as well. Up top, big up Joshua, Vanessa Allen. Big up Vanessa Allen. England versus Netherlands. LOL. True. That is so true if you should think about it. England versus Netherlands. That is so true. Tajay Benson. Big up Tajay. Young said, you know when Gray will be in camp. I was informed that reports coming out that, as you guys get report coming out that he will be in camp this evening. Hopefully he's already in camp. But you know that by tomorrow we will be seeing pictures and definitely know when he will be in. Team Benjamin said, military bless up. Big up Team Benjamins. A lot of respect. Silvano said, we was with full amateurs that time. But Silvano, if you should look at it, it was definitely, if you look at all the results, each time when Suriname beat us, they battered us really, really badly. But when we win, it's quite close. 3-1 and 1-0, 2-1. That's the largest margin we've ever given them, 2-1. But all the other wins are 1-0. So that is telling me on a significant basis that this Suriname team, it will not be a team that we strongly believe that we will just walk over just like that. Over time period, in 1996, when we would say we have a very, very good team between the era of 1994 and 2000. We have some strong, very, very good players during that time period, during that era. But we only could have managed to defeat the Suriname team by 1-0. No, football has advanced. The teams have gotten better. Since during that time period, we haven't gotten back to the World Cup, but in the same sense, we have developed vastly in regards to talent, but it was still close games. These were very, very close games. So I'm really, really expecting that this game should be a close game based off history, based off stats. Let me run through a few of the minute stats that people might not see. So in regards to goals that Jamaica score, 3, 1, 5, 6, 7, 9. So we scored a total of 9 goals against the Suriname team, and we conceded, let me run through, 5, 8, 9. So see, people, that's what I'm talking about. Look at that. We scored 9 goals against the Suriname team, and also they scored 9 goals against us. So it's 9 for 9 in regards to goals scored and goals conceded. So there's a strong balance right there. Now, what we could realize that they defeated us at our home once. That was in the first game that we played. They defeated us at that particular time. I think that was the Caribbean Cup. Then now, again, when they defeated us, was at their home again in the Caribbean Cup as well. So they do have this very, very tendency to be a bit hard-headed to beat and difficult to defeat. But if you should look at the more recent time, which is our 2 last win, was in 2016 and 2018, where we defeated them 1-0 and 2-1. Caribbean Cup 1-0, 2018 CONCACAF Nations League 2-1. What we could do, definitely we could go a bit into that game and look at some of the team lineup, some of the players that were playing back then, and let's have a contrast and comparison to who we had on the pitch, what the team was like. What the team was like back then. So definitely, as you guys can see, Hopefully you guys are seeing what I'm talking about. I'm going to run through some more of the comments. This that you guys are seeing right now was actually the last time we played against the Suriname team, which was in the CONCACAF Nations League in 2018. So this will give us a strong oversight and foreseeability in what we should be facing and how we're going to approach this game. Let me go back. Ooh, what happened? What happened there? Stream stopped. Let me run through some of the comments in the meantime. Boss King said this is a different team though, and we have a new management. Totally agree with that. Totally agree with that. Conrad said we don't want to hear that we will win. Really, Conrad, you really don't want to hear that we will win. It's going to be a difficult one. No, it will be a different test for you guys. I think so. I think it will be quite difficult. I don't think it will be as easy as what most people feel or believe. I don't think so. But I do think so. It will be a tough competition. Really, really, really tough competition. Kevin Bailey said, what I want to ask, why did JFF never go about Ravel Morrison document before now? And look how good he was in the first 2 games he played for us, and Gold Cup was coming up. No, I honestly thought that those documents should have been sorted out from in the Saudi Arabia game, because he played 2 games against Saudi Arabia, and I thought back then should have been the time period when that should have been sorted out. Total Football said, can't lie, I think the Mexican lied to us. They are bringing a very, very good team. That is the reason why I don't listen to certain media when they say that, certain claims that when they say that they won't be bringing any good team. Jermaine Swebe said, bless up military. Big up Jermaine. Silvana said Suriname was playing with full amateurs back then. Okay. I read that already. I don't see Jamaica struggling in the first round. Second is when Jamaica will get tested. I won't say that Total Football, because as I said, you guys can check out our previous record against them. It's not that expansive like we're slapping them 4-5. No, it's not like that. No, look at this. This was the last time we faced them. The game was played in Montego Bay. And we won that game 2-0. So their goal scored. It was actually Dean Gore and Theodore Whitmore. So it is the same 2 managers facing off again. Now their starting lineup is a vast different starting lineup in comparison to what we have. So 90% of these players that are in the team back then, none of them, 100%, none of them are in the team. None of them, not one of them. Not even players on the bench. Not even players on the bench are in the team right now. If you guys can look. No, when you look at our team, we could see similar players again. So we could look at Andre Blake, who is with the team as well. Kemar Taxel Lawrence. We have Damian Lowe right now. And we have Corey Burke. We have on the bench, we had Devon Williams, Javon East. We also had, let me see. So those were the players that are actually the most noticeable players that were with the team then, that are still with the team right now. So it is telling me that yes, we might say that we have advanced, but we still have a set of core players that have been here a significantly long time. So let's run through some more of the comments. As you guys can see, I'm always here for the comments. Sika said Jamaica, big up. AM said blessings, Guna. What's the status on Ravel? No information on Ravel. I think as soon as Ravel's status is released, most of you guys will see it as myself. And I would definitely bring across some information in regards to that. Photos of Jamaica said, big up photos of Jamaica. Hopefully you're doing good. Tenise said, blessings, me done military. Blessings, Tenise. Boss Kings. Now we have to beat them, bro. Yeah. Boss Kings, they say we have to beat them. This is a must. It is a must. Well, the ball is round. Anything can happen. Totally. Akeem Stone, MG. Akeem Stone said, MG, big up Akeem Stone. Big up. Let me run through a few more comments. Moving mad. Akeem said, big up Jamaica all the way. Warren Webster said, big up Warren. Big up Military, counting down the days. It's close. It is really, really close. Karim Hugh, big up Karim. No disrespect to both teams. If Jamaica can't beat Suriname and Guadeloupe, we should not play in octagon round of the world qualifications. That is a bit harsh, Karim. Remember now, Karim, if you realize the stats that I just read out, what you're seeing on my screen right now is actually the team that we used to play against Suriname in 2018 CONCACAF Nation League. Now, most noticeably, we have like 5 players back then. We're still with the squad right now. We have Javon His, who recently picked up an injury, but was a part of the squad. We have Devon Speedy Williams, that is 2 players already. Most of these players are actually in the 60-man pool. Dane Kelly was there, Ricardo Thomas, Malik Foster, Sean Francis, Amal Knight. We still have now in the team, in the same sense in the team, we have Corey Burke, that is 3 players already. Damian Lowe, 4 players. Kemar Tax Lawrence, 5. And Andre Blake, 6 players. So 6 of those players, 6 of those players that played in the 2018 CONCACAF Nation League against the Suriname team is still in our squad. And none of those players that are in the Suriname squad is in the squad. So we could look at it both ways, that we have core players, a set of core players. And remember that we were bashing Theodore more about the core players, and we could definitely see those core players that he was speaking about right now. So those are the 6 players who featured back then, and they are featuring right now again. Now, Tad J. Benson said, I think this is one of the best teams we have ever had, and I expect us to win, but football isn't played on paper 100%, Benson. Football is not played on paper, and it goes to show that look at, if you guys should look at the Euros, right? A lot of teams that look at it, Switzerland faced off against France world champion, and Switzerland slapped them in their face just like that. So that is football. We can't underestimate our opponent. We have to go and play and our best football. One Ripster said Suriname, Jamaica 2, Suriname 1. DJ Liverpool said big up DJ Liverpool. God King said big up Military. Tenny said because we had mostly local players at those times. Yeah, it was a squad full of local players, dominated with local players. A squad dominated with local players. But we still see that core. We still see that core of local players that was in the team back then, and they're still here. Mexico is definitely bringing a strong team, as they lost the Nation League final to the USA. They have something to prove, and this is the perfect opportunity for Mexico to slap USA. This is also the perfect opportunity for Jamaica to slap USA. I strongly believe so. Kevin Bailey said the USA and Mexico team is good to compete, so don't take them for a walkover. I think the Mexico team is good, but the USA team not so good. Not so good for the USA team, but I do think that the Mexico team is really good. I strongly believe that our team is vastly better than the USA team. They might maybe have a better, more resources, backroom staff and those things, but on a talent basis, I do think that we outdo this USA team. Karum Hughes said what Jamaica needs to do is win this competition. I 100% agree with that. I think we need to win this competition, Karum. People, the chat is going very, very fast. So if I miss your chat, please bear with me because the chat is moving extremely fast. Total Football said Ravel does not have a passport issue, guys. It's him getting clearance to when he lands in the USA, and CONCACAF has extended the time for Ravel to join the team, so it's not over for Ravel. So that's some good insight, Total Football, but it's difficult. I cannot elaborate on it because I have no solid information, and I cannot elaborate on something that I don't have the solid information on. So I try my best not to elaborate on the Ravel Morrison story. But I am hoping, I'm really hoping that Ravel gets the opportunity to land inside of the country. People, please remember to smash that like button. Come on, guys. I'm here like 20 minutes now, and I can bet that most of you guys don't even pay the like button any mind. I have over 100 person watching, and I have 30 likes, people. Come on, guys. I can't believe that so much of you guys are watching the video, but no one is paying any attention to the like button. Come on, guys, smash that like button. Steven then said, what are Costa Rica like? No, they used to have a quick team, decent down the wings. Costa Rica, a very mature, experienced team, really experienced team. I think that is their biggest asset coming into this Gold Cup campaign. The experience that they're bringing into the Gold Cup campaign. Very good team, talent on a talent basis, but I think the biggest asset that they have, as I said, is the talent, is the experience that they're bringing in. They know how the fouls, to win the fouls in dangerous areas, to win the penalties, because they know that it's just 3 games and you can do anything, any dark art of football to get a win, and you have sealed yourself into the second phase of the CONCACAF Gold Cup. So they know that. Sadsak Edwin said, easy win this. Sadsak, look at it, Sadsak. Look at this. I want you to look at it. So this is this is the last result that we played against Suriname. 2-1. The last Sadsak, the last how should I put it now? The last 6 games that we played against Suriname, which is the entirety of this our series, basically. We scored 9 goals and also conceded 9 goals as well. We have 6 players in our current squad who was a part of that team that played against the Suriname team in 2018. There's 2 ways we could look at that, right? We could look at it and say that the Suriname team maybe progressed a bit further. Or no, we could look at it like this. Our team maybe not progress as though we wanted to, because we're still holding on to a lot of the players that were in the squad for such a long time. And also we could look at it that we're sticking on, we're holding on to the core players and trying our best with the core players. So that's both ways we could look at it. But I do think that Theodore Whitmore is looking at the core players aspect. I do look at it that Theodore Whitmore is looking at it at the core players aspect, because he did spoke about having the core players and the project that he was building for the last 3 years. So people, this, I think that is more than enough for me to give you a breakdown of what the teams are like and a bit of the history, background run-up. Now, what I am going to go into, because I've been here since the past half an hour, I'm going into my predicted starting lineup. People don't bash me. I'm going to give reason and excuse for every single player. So every single player that I select, I'm going to have solid reason for every single player. So please, please, I know how you guys operate when you guys see players that you don't like. But we'll definitely go on to that. So let me see if I could find some stats. Let me see if I could find some stats from that game. So there's no stats available for that game. There's none available at all. So there's no stats available for that game, people. So, but as I said, people, I do know that this is going to be a tough game. A really tough game. Let me run through a few of the comments whilst the FND is starting to load up. Squad builder, build my squad, so you guys can see what I'm trying to do and our aim and how we can move past the stage. Guys, please remember, people, smash the like button, bring the like button up to 100 as fast as possible. As fast as possible, because I have over 100 person watching. I don't think it's that difficult to close the chat and smash that like button. Close the chat and smash that like button. Tenny said, I think we will beat Suriname. I hear you saying, hear you, JD, saying that, but I I hear you. You didn't say that, but I think we have a better team now. Yeah, we do have a better team now. Obviously, 100% we have a better team now. Derek Tinker said, oh, people, Marlon is here with us. I didn't even realize that he joined the chat. So Marlon is here with us, people. Big up, Marlon. What's up, bro?
I'm here, man. Just jumping in. What's going on? How's everything?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It seems like you're just coming in.
Yeah, I didn't realize the stream was started now.
Yeah, so at this point in time, everyone in the chat, they're saying three things. This is a must-win game. We will beat them, and we cannot lose. That's what everyone is saying in the chat. It's a must-win game. We cannot lose, and we will beat them. So, what's your take on the must-win game? What's your take on that? What do you think about that? Saying that it's a must-win game.
Well, they need to put their foot down and start off on a good note. So, I think that's why I said I have them finished on 7 points. So these two first and second game, they should basically get them out the way and relax. For the last
all right,
game,
so the next one is we will win. How confident are you that we will win this game?
Well, guess what? The persons keep talking about the time they play Mobile when Jamaica beat them 2-1. Both sides are different, right? I think the only person from that Suriname team, I think, is one of the backup keepers. He's the only person here from that team. But let's say both teams have changed big time. So, but if you look what we have right now, I think the players are high, and with Andre Gray even coming out, I think he even set the strike force a bit stronger now.
Totally.
So basically, once the midfield can get maneuver themselves to 80%, they should be okay.
All right. So the third and last is we have to win because of pride. What's your take on that?
Well, if you look at Jamaica record, they haven't lost a group game for the longest while, right? 2011, I think they won the zone. 2015 the same way. 2017 they came second. Last year came second. So since 2011 they have 4 losses, 1 quarterfinal, two final and 1 semi-final. So they lost to Mexico once and USA three times. So those are the 2 teams that beat them in the Gold Cup for the longest while.
Okay, totally understand. Yeah, so for me, I think the must win based off a pride part. I think that's a bit of rivalry. Recent rivalry developed.
There's no rivalry there.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with rivalry because basically on a football landscape, Jamaica is way ahead of Suriname. But with the resurgence of Suriname now, yes, everything is there. But as I was watching a Kanga Cup podcast, and they basically said they're good enough, but Jamaica is way ahead of them.
I agree. I agree. And what we should realize now is that despite in the world of football, despite us being ahead of them on a football level, we do know that the team morale is very, very high at this moment. And things look good based off what we're seeing. The players looks as if they're enjoying each other's company. I am seeing more camaraderie now. I'm being honest, because even in the Japan tour, I was not seeing this much camaraderie in the Japan tour. I am being honest, and people don't want to talk about these things, but I'm just putting out there. I'm letting you guys know there was not this much camaraderie in the Japan tour. You could see segregation in the Japan tour. What I'm seeing right here is players working together, players playing together.
Yeah. different. Everybody's comfortable. They have a full coaching staff now. They have
Mm-hmm.
two physio, two
Mm-hmm.
fitness trainer, which
Mm-hmm.
is rotating a lot of the players. A lot of players are saying that Paula is drilling. These guys are basically drilling them.
Mm-hmm.
They have two fitness trainers. They have everything has double up. So they have everything to their like, If if you check, if we check the training videos, them you see
Mm-hmm.
everything. Our first class team have they have them to their luxury now. So once the guys are comfortable, and that's one thing. That's why I said I had them still probably quarterfinal, semi-final, but you
Mm-hmm.
see the comfort there. Everybody's on a high, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, yeah, and I love that. I really love that. And so because we soon going to the era where we can do the team selection, but we want to just do a bit of discussion in regards to the build up of the game. Now, I am not sure if anyone is seeing that I am seeing, but you could definitely in the videos, in the pictures, you could see that the intensity of the training session has significantly risen, and because of that, I am saying that it's something that I love to see, because I know when I used to play football, when I used to play the Casa Cup, the more intense the training session are, the more likely we're going to play like that on the game day, and then we're going to raise the level on game day. So I love that, because when I watch the Mexico, and I also watch the USA. Last night when I was watching the 80 game, it was the last night or 2 nights ago? Was it 2 nights ago?
Tuesday night, Tuesday night.
Tuesday night. And the intensity that I'm watching the game at and how 80 was playing, I'm saying that for us to beat these teams, we definitely would have to up our game plan or intensity, the way we move the ball across the floor. The ball must be pinged quite smoothly and quickly across the surface of the floor. And those are the things that I'm looking at. So I love the fact that we up the intensity, which means that we can now move into just the ball handling session, because we already have the intensity going into those games, so we can maximize now on ball handling session. Because in the world, in football, the faster you pass the ball, the quicker you let go of that ball, the faster the ball moves. The faster the ball moves, the faster you go in transition. Correct me if I'm wrong, Marlon. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're correct.
Yeah. So the faster you go in transition, the quicker you are in transition, the quicker you arrive to the opponent goal, and the quicker you arrive to the opponent goal, which means that there's a strong possibility that there's less defender there, and you can convert. It's just up to converting. I once heard a legendary coach said, "It is the coach's responsibility to get the team up onto the 18-yard box. When the team arrive at the 18-yard box, it is all down to the players. It's down to the players' clinical ability, down to their final product. The end product is down to them." Do you agree on that, Marlon? It is the coach's responsibility to get the players up onto the 6-yard, the 18-yard box, and then it's down to the players to convert.
It's the coach's responsibility to get the 11 players on the field, and the players they do it from that. And I'm not gonna agree with that one, because
Okay.
guess what? The coach is not on the field,
Mm-hmm.
right? The coach is not on the field, and sometimes the coach give out instruction, and
Yeah.
players tend to do otherwise.
All right.
Remember now, a coach can go and say play defensively, but play defensively and try to play safe. But if you play against a team and you see where you can attack the team, you're not gonna play defensively.
All right. All right. Let me explain to you the reason why I said that. And I totally understand everything that you said. I'm just going to explain why I said that. It's the coach's responsibility. The coach's responsibility is to put down the game plan. The game plan is pattern of play. The pattern of play would bring them straight up onto the 18-yard box. System. Let me use that word. The system would bring them straight to the 18-yard box. Either you're playing with inverted fullbacks, or you're playing with fullbacks that overload. You're playing an overload system left or right, or you're also playing a fluent total football. So those are the particular types of system that a coach can deploy to get the players into the dangerous area. Because as you know, not every team will play the same. So for example, like when we're watching against the Guadeloupe team, they play a bit expansive. They sit back, then they catch you on the counter. That is a system. That's their style of play. That is their system. If we should deploy our system, which maybe we use overload onto the left-hand side, try to free up Leon Bailey over on the right-hand side. So over the left-hand side, let them concentrate over to their right-hand side, and then we free up Leon Bailey going down to the channel. So that could be, that in particular could be the system that can be deployed. So we can say these are the ways how we are going to try and hurt these teams. Then now, it is now up to the players' clinical ability to get the ball in the back of the net. Because Marlon, I'm quite sure you play football. The coach would set you on the field, right? A training session. You guys are all using ball, and you guys are moving left to right, playing passes, pinging passes, left to right, pinging passes. And when the ball reached the man, to the winger, he would cross the ball to the striker, and it's the striker's responsibility to score the goal, right?
Definitely.
So that is how the coaches implement their system and drive that system into what they wanted to do. But as I said, people, football is all about philosophy. Philosophy is way of thinking, and everyone way of thinking and philosophy quite deviate many times. As you guys can see with all the top coaches right across the world, each one of them have their own philosophy, and it deviates from each other, like a Mourinho versus a Pep Guardiola. It varies. You have a coach that sit back, and then you have a coach that play total football, tiki-taka. So it deviates. So my philosophy, what I'm saying right now, you guys might not see it as a style of play or a system or how we could approach football, but it's actually what I believe and what I think can apply based off, football, football knowledge. So Marlon, with a Suriname team, based off how we saw the Suriname team play, how do you think it's best we approach this game? Go at them, half press, full intense press, or we sit back a bit and try to minimize the space behind us, or we try to utilize our strengths by going at them?
Basically, you have to get them out of their comfort zone, right? Once you start attack them with pace and keep them on the back foot, you have to let off them there. Because we both saw what Canada did to them in that game. They basically went at them. If you give them a chance to play, they will basically run at you. The thing about this is, I don't think with not having Cherry there, who's probably their ball handler, I think he's lose a lot of control from him. This is why. But Cherry is the man who has that. He's basically the flair player.
He's a level above. He's just a level above.
But he's the man in that number 10 role who can pull the strings. He can go out wide. So I think they're gonna miss him still.
Definitely, it's a massive miss, man. It's a really massive miss. I'm going to run through a few of the comments before I start with the predicted starting line. With my predicted starting lineup, I'm going to get Marlon input on it, so we'll see. People, please bear with me, people. There's a lot of you guys in the chat. I might miss some of the chat, please. But I do apologize. God King said it's still against a 24 team. Thelma Mancree said don't matter. Most of those players don't play against Suriname. Won't play against Suriname. Suriname will beat Canada too. I know I never said Suriname would beat Canada. Both Marlon and I said Canada will beat Suriname. So tennis, check. You can go and check it back in the tennis. But Marlon and I were saying that Canada will beat Suriname. Devon Smith said they need to get Anthony Grant. I'm not sure what that's a very, very tedious case. Karim Hughes said, we in the easiest zone. Come military Guna. I love how you are at the zone. You can be a boxing promoter. Karim, you strongly believe that this is the easiest zone.
It's a zone of death.
No, I think the USA zone is the zone of death.
No. If I think even talking to person, the thing about it, the USA zone, you don't know what this Martinique team will bring.
Yeah, but they have Haiti in the zone as also.
Yeah, I know it is there, but as I said, it all depends on how these teams start. If USA and Haiti, that's gonna be a crucial game. And I think Haiti might, having these 2 games they play to come in, might having a little more cohesiveness with them than a lot of these USA players. It's the first time they're gonna be basically playing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Haiti already settled on the defensive department. I think they have weakness in the goalkeeping department. And if
Mm-hmm.
they can find the 2 right midfielders in the central, they should be okay. Because the strikers are gonna cause USA problem because they're big and physical.
Physical, extremely physical. The aggression as well. I think that's
So
going to cause Haiti a lot of problem.
yeah, and I think Zimmerman, as I said yesterday, I think the 3 USA defenders, no, I don't see nothing to start in Jamaica team right now. They're good defenders, but I think even Hector is way above
Mm-hmm.
Zimmerman and Pines and Robinson.
Okay. God King said we dropped the ball against Canada. Our coach messed up big time with formation. Neil Sovereign said, I am assuming Suriname made post-Canada adjustment to their defense, but on paper, we have the advantage of quality and experience. Big, yes, that's a very, very good insight, Neil Sovereign.
But Neil,
Mhm.
the defense actually got weak now because Penas is not there.
Penas,
So
one of their
basically,
best midfielder and one of their best defender.
so what they have basically done, they have basically straightened the right back
Mm-hmm.
with Kleber coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So as I said, still we know what we will get on the right side with apps. With the
Mm-hmm.
apps with what's his name again Becca.
Becca.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And that would be the good thing about it that he will play. Oh, Becca is playing on the left or the right.
he
He's
plays on the
gonna
right.
play. He's gonna play on the right. So we have Taxi would more likely the person to counter Becca.
Yeah.
I think Taxi should be joining the squad today, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Am I right? Yeah, today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Telma said, again, if we struggle against Suriname, just call it a day. Imagine what Canada would do to us. But remember, not Telma. Every team play differently. Every system counteract a different system differently. So you could see that 80 give Canada a massive problem and stress. But in the same sense, our system or style of play could outweigh Canada. So it's just thing. So for example, for some reason, we have a big weakness against this Mexican team. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter who they deploy. We have serious problems against teams that hold possession. Serious
And
problems.
the thing about the military, most of these sides, the respect they show the bigger team, and you saw that. Um, even if you look at that's the thing. So let's say Euros. That's why you can't let this team second. Smaller team, you don't give them a chance to second. Once you get and you go at them. And I'm looking for them to play the same high press game.
Totally. Jamaica LOL said this Jamaican front line is dangerous. Any team backline slip, they are going to pay. I totally agree. I 100% agree with that. And I back that as well. Let me see a few more of the comments, and then we're going to start on the starting lineup. Sikaway said, yo, anything come dead right now because time is now for us. No joke. Yeah, I think so. Karum Hughes said, what is Jamaica pattern of play? All right, so I won't say that we see a specific pattern of play because the past 6 games that Jamaica play, we played like almost 100 different players during that time period. 100? No, we don't reach 100. We play about 7 between 70 and 80 different players. So there's not a set specific squad to say that we can perform particular patterns of play to identify how we play. It's like every game we're trying to get the result. So against Serbia, we were trying to get the result. Against the Japan under 23 team, trying to get the result. Against the USA, still trying to get the result. Against Saudi Arabia, the first game, team was in shambles, still trying to get the result. And then the second game, no, that was the only game that we said that we were quite comfortable and contented.
The difference now, the team have spent time together. They have basically everything they want. They have a video analyst here who can go through whatever mistake they make in training. He can the coach can bring up and say, this is what you're doing in training, right? So
Mhm.
everything is here now. So it's not like the coach will come and say, hey, military, guess what? When you go down the right flank, instead of cutting in on your left, just go on the byline and square.
Yeah.
Right? And just the coach show me. Now they have everything there. So they have
Video
all the
analysis
they have
and
all the
all
things
those.
there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm listening. I'm listening.
Yeah, so basically, that's when I sit and analyze them, what they have done, and how comfortable they look in training and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, as I said, I'm hoping for the best. But as I said, I have them reaching the semi-final.
Mm-hmm.
If they go any further from that, well, it will be a big achievement. And as I said before with JD the other day, I said if this team defy the odds and go on and win the Gold Cup,
Mm-hmm.
is it positive or negative? Because guess what?
Ooh,
If I
conflicted.
win the Gold Cup, if I win the Gold Cup, what you gonna tell me is September morning?
You mad?
What is it?
I'm not coming
What,
out.
what you gonna tell me?
I'm not coming out. Yeah, I totally understand. JM Vibes Entertainment said big up JM Vibes. Big up military in the panel from Sean Bass. Big up Sean Bass. Um, Karoom said Panama, Honduras, Qatar zone is a more difficult zone than or. That's a tough zone, honestly. That is a tough zone. Tenny said, okay, speaking to God Kings. Tenny said, God King park the bus again. I don't think so, I don't think so. Karoom said, pattern of play and style of play, we don't have any military. We just play some ball and hope for the best. Come on. No, the thing is that Karoom. Remember, it's not like we have a set team that we could say that these are the particular players that we will see on a given day. So, for example, like Andre Blake. Andre Blake didn't play since 2000 when? How long now Andre Blake didn't play against us? 2019.
Yeah.
That was the last time Andre Blake played a game. Now, what if we started to play a pass out from the back system, but Andre Blake was not involved during that time period in the pass out from the back system? So it's going to take a while for us to readapt to those particular systems. Then he said, if you play stupid football against Suriname, we will lose. Neo Sovereign said, Suriname made their names beating on smaller and weaker opponents. Canada showed that they were paper tigers. That's harsh. The wholesale changes mean their strongest days are behind them. Nevertheless, I think the wholesale change would mean that they're looking to get stronger. So it's ahead of them, not behind them.
We have to still give them respect. You cannot
of course
take opponents and think of them lightly. And I think a lot of person in Jamaica basically look and say, guess what, Suriname and Guadeloupe is a walkover. If you think that way, because I hear a person talking about starting players to basically get themselves acquainted and see the better place of Costa Rica. You're in a competition, you need the best, you need to start off on the right foot.
Totally.
You win the first 2 games and you can relax for the last game.
Yeah. Team Benjamin said Tapa has help now, so we look forward for a style of play. Dwayne Carr said
You're not gonna develop that style of play that fast enough. I think he has this system he can work with. And I think the players he have now, if he had an out and out stadium, then he could basically do what he wants to do basically. But I think Hector will have to play that piloting role, he and Daniel Johnson. And I think Bobby will be the number 10. And if it's government, I think Maggie will replace him. So the only thing I think is a weakness. So if Hector should go down or anything, have to Hector the replacement for him.
Okay. For me, I think in regards to style of play, I think most people would want to say that we should have already had a style of play. That's what most people want to say, but we don't have that. We didn't have that before. What we should do right now, we should use this Gold Cup campaign for how could I put it now? Evolving the team into what we would want it to become. It won't happen now. It won't happen now.
You're in a company you want to win enough, so you all the experiment you won't try that. You're gonna try.
No, it's not. Yes, it would be experiment.
Remember now, if you have the players play 4-2-3-1, right? You're gonna try to use that system. I think that system suit them better. Right? You play basically safe. You have a CDM and you have a box-to-box who can basically cover with it. And because you don't have an out-and-out CDM, that really changes.
Totally. Roland said, no military, you have this thing wrong. The players are supposed to come into an already set style of play. Jamaica has not. I totally agree with that. We don't have a particular pattern of play. We don't have a particular system. But for us to get that should have been a grassroots issue. That should have been a grassroots issue. And because we didn't put that into perspective from then, it's difficult to say that we're going to start it from the top. If we're going to start it from the top, this would be the wrong time to start it because we're already in the World Cup phase. We are already in the World Cup phase. So it would be the difficult time to stop it. God King said...
What I said, a lot of persons mix up style of play sometimes with formation and pattern. You know. Style of play is what you do, how you start your build-up. Do you start at the back with your centre back? When you pass back to the wing back, who does he go to? The CDM? When the CDM take it, does he go right or left? Does he go central? Right? Does he try to make
the central midfielder? What does the central midfielder? Does he support the CDM? Does the CDM support the defenders? Right. Does he when the ball is on the left side? Does the CDM go into the right side channel, or the CDM goes to as a centre back to cover for the defender that goes over to the left hand side? Those are the style and patterns of play. As Marlon is saying,
our fact somebody is telling me, "Oh, we don't have a style of play, we have a system." And I say, "So what do you mean?" So I said, you're talking about formation. Don't get yourself caught up.
No, formation is totally different, man. Everything have a particular formation. Any formation. You know anything about it, Marlon?
Huh?
Do you know that in football, I'm gonna say something right now. Look how many people are going to bash me. But only smart persons who know football won't bash me. People who know coaching and play at a high degree. In football, the formation that you play will automatically go right down to man. You play 3-4-3, 5-3-2-1, 5-3-2, 3-4-1-2, 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1. It doesn't matter which formation you play. As the game gets intensified, it goes straight down to man. Guess why? Because you're going to be marking channels, you're going to be marking your player, you're going to stick close to your player. So it'll be all tracking. The most important aspect of the midfield play is tracking. It's tracking and covering. That is the most important play. And those who know football would definitely understand what I'm talking about. Marlon, tell me if I'm wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong.
Yeah, you're right. Because when it comes to system, when you say we have a system, system. If I'm playing at say I'm playing in Italy, right? Right. So put it this way. I'm playing for Florentina, right? And Florentina is a back three. So I'm playing as an out and out left wing back. Right? When I come to the national team of the form, I'm playing left back. I'm coming to a different system. Because guess what? When you're playing in that expansive system, you have more duty to less duty to defend, but you have more opportunity to go and overlap. Because basically, when you go, the left centre back come across and fill that channel for you. But when you're playing left back now, when you go upward, the left centre back not gonna step out here. It's up to the
CDM to fill that gap.
The midfielder to come across and step across in that. So basically, so when you say system now, if I'm playing left back and I decide to overlap the channel, right? Is either the centre back gonna step up and the CDM step off, right? When you say style of play now, the style of play is now how you start your build up. You start with wing back. The wing back go to centre back. Does he go right? Does he go left? Does he go to the box to box? What the box to box do with it? If he's gonna go to the flank, but when he goes to the flank now, you know the space gonna come in. You're looking for that central attacking midfielder to be coming, running in from outside the 18-yard box.
As an extra attacker.
You're looking for the right winger to come in, attacking the backside, and you're looking for the right back to come up, to step up in that position. So your central defensive midfielder is gonna be there to fill that gap, just in case they're gonna counter on the right, he can step across, right? So it's a lot to it.
So Natty, I'm hopeful that you get a lot of that out of it, Natty. So you asked the question. I'm quite sure that you got the answer for it. You saw the question, right, Marlon, right?
Huh?
You saw the question that was asked, right? Are you just elaborate on it?
Yeah.
So he said, but Marlon, based on what you said Jamaica clearly has a style of play and a system. So this is what happened now, Natik. What Marlon has said, Continue.
All right. The system, as I said, the system is basically for you to come and fit yourself in. So when you have a system, you leave your club, you know the system, the national team. So basically, if you came from under 15 and you go to under 17 side and you're playing left back, you know your roles, right? You know you're gonna be attacking left back. So you know basically if you attack, somebody's here to cover for you. It's kind of, you know, can change from time to time because it's how the coach want to play.
Exactly.
If you want to go expansive, having his two wing backs and pressing.
Tiki taka.
Yeah,
sit back and counter. Because for example, like style of play can change variously throughout the game. So you started the game being possession, playing a possession football, which is a style of play. You're holding possession you're trying to retain possession football. Then now you score an early goal and you decide that you want to switch your style of play into a more defensive unit. But style of play and system, they are very, very close. Both of them are very, very close. It's normally most likely coaches and footballers who can differentiate between style of play. The normal person who watch football and enjoy football won't really be able to differentiate the difference between style of play and system. But thank you. So those are some very, very good questions. So Marlon, let's get into the squad. I'm quite sure everyone knows who is the goalkeeper. Marlon, for this Gold Cup campaign, do you think we should change our system or formation or just go straight?
Hold on a minute, let me answer another. When you say Michael Ricketts is a monster. Ricketts is a monster, right? What Blake have over Ricketts, I think he's more commanding. But if you're talking about somebody who's a sub shopper who can make some stuff, remember now, when you say highlight reel, if you want to go, remember Donovan Ricketts, LA Galaxy, Portland Timbers, you can check him out. He's a monster. What Blake have over him, Blake is more commanding in his box. But if you're talking about shots and save and stuff like that, and because Blake is a bit shorter than Ricketts, he's more flexible. Right? So he can recover far, but don't just man, Ricketts do some stuff. We're talking about being Ricky do some stuff. Ronaldo, it's not normal.
All right, so Neo Sovereign bring up a very good insight. With Taxi and Alvas in the squad behind Bailey and Turgot, I expect we will play high press and overload on the wings. That means Hector role will be important as they look to play on the break. So the mere fact that we would want to overload on the wings, I do think that it's important that we think about the formation that we'll be playing. If we want to overload on each wing, respectfully, like just on transition and convert to either wing, it's important that we play a 2 in the middle. That's the reason why I went for a 4-2-3-1. So let's run through the formation. Andre Blake, there's no question about that. I'm 100% sure that the world knows Andre Blake is the man. Now, right back position. How are you going with a more solid person, more defensive-minded person in Mariappa, or you want to go with someone who can provide a bit of balance, but you know defensively they are a bit suspect some of the time, which is in Alva's foil, but he provides a lot going forward. Knowing the players that we might likely to be using going forward, do you think that we should try be more solid or be more expansive? So
I think I will go with Alva because we want to start off, and especially he's been in the camp now, so I think we want to start off strong. So if you want to attack, you have to come and use your dominant players, right? I'll probably give him a 60 minutes, and depends on how the game is going. Bring him Mariappa to just shield up stuff, shield up the back line
to seal it off and maybe switching our back three, right?
Because basically, so I think basically we be attacking more on the right hand side with Bailey. So I think I'm looking for Taxi to be stay at home more than Alvas.
Okay, totally agree. All right, so
the for me, Alvas doesn't go down to the corner flag to square. Alvas cut in more time, and that's the problem I have.
He cuts in rather than crossing.
So instead of going, going to the byline, to whipping the cross. He doesn't do that. He cut in on his left foot and then
And tried.
tend to go to the 18-yard box line to square. So I think that they have to fix that in the training. I think that could be a problem for him there with Leon.
Yeah, because
If he's gonna cut in, then he's gonna basically stifling Leon game there.
yeah. In that sense, maybe that is the reason why in gelling the chemistry aspect is very, very important and essential. So he should know that the moment he arrives in that attacking third, he do either of one or two things. He gives it to Leon Bailey, go to the byline to receive the pass, or drag the defender with him to open up the channel for Leon Bailey, or he allow Leon Bailey to move inside as a decoy, bring the defender with him, which gives him more space to go to the byline.
Same time, Leon Bailey could bring the player to the byline, but we don't want Leon Bailey at the byline.
That is the thing. Want Leon Bailey going in.
But I think still, basically for me, still, if I was plan to use Bobby Reed in the number 10 position, I'd have Bailey played on the right, on the left.
Yeah. All right. So this is the back line. This is a defensive line. I'm quite sure everyone understands that this will be the defense line. I'm 100% sure that everyone come to the consensus that this will be the back line, other than the option of bringing in Mariappa for Alvas. Other than that, but I think everyone would be okay with this. No.
I'm just wondering, how did Amari did this first 5 days in training?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a very, very good question. And if he does that well in training, with the fact that Taxi is just coming in, and Taxi is coming in from game day situation. So
guess what? Team Taxi. And if he's fitting that, so Taxi have to come now and see how he can fit into those tactics.
Yeah, that's good insight. That's good insight. So Damian Lowe, Liam Moore, we understand the thing about it now. What's your take on Damian Lowe with Liam Moore? Because we're talking about two very, very rash defenders, two aggressive defenders,
All right. Let's put it on this way. When Lowe plays on the left hand side, when he's out of his comfort zone, he can be a bit rash. But playing on the right hand side, he tends to read the ball game more. He tends to do what he needs to do there. It's the same with Liam. When Liam Moore plays on the right hand side, and it's very weird you find a right-footed player
on his right side.
Play on the left hand side and more comfortable on the left hand
side. That's true. Yeah. That is so true. That is true. That's 100% true. So
I guess still, I guess because he's been playing the past 2 years, 2.5 years, he have gotten used to it. So he definitely don't hardly plays on play right CB.
Well, we're moving into the dangerous area of the pitch right now, where I'm talking about where people might cry. So Antonio Rogers said, Tapa have a system of play, but no style of play. Don't mix up things. Coach Rogers. Big up Coach Rogers. Natik said, Garnish said, against Suriname and Guadeloupe, we should be more expansive. Rolando Cardna said, knowing Tapa, we're going in very defensive.
If you don't have the players to play this fluid attacking football, you cannot do it. No, Rashid, we're not ready for 4-2-3 yet.
No, we're not that advanced. If we had Kevin Stewart, we could consider.
Nothing with Kevin Stewart. You don't get up and start playing 4-2-3 like that.
Yeah, that's not something that we've done in a long while. Jamaica is the most expansive squad in the group. They better play expansive. You're forcing them to play expansive. Alvas need to stay on Taxi side attack because Alvas have recovery problem. So, it depends, because even in the sense that Alvas going forward, the important thing is the mere fact that we know that Alvas have issues with that. He's going to need extra cover. No, this is the problem, people. I know a lot of you guys. Remember now. Yeah.
Alvas' problem is when he's playing the lesser team. He tends to attack a lot. When he's playing in Mexico against USA, you know what he needs to do. Yeah, look at the last Gold Cup
Mm-hmm.
against Honduras, when he
Mm-hmm.
basically fell asleep and basically gave out the second goal when
Mm-hmm.
we were spirited. The rest of the Gold Cup
Mm-hmm.
he was okay.
Mm-hmm.
When he plays the bigger team, then he's okay. It's
Oh
when he
yeah,
go up
yeah.
against small people and he thinks so basically loses his thinking sometimes.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, that's some good insight. So in the midfield, Marlon,
Yeah.
who do you think? Because for
Well,
me,
Hector's
I
gonna
know a
start
lot
there.
of people. Huh?
Hector's gonna start there. So
I know a lot of people are going to outrage and create a lot of noise and fuss. But people, we have to be honest. He's the only player in the team that can actually play central defensive midfield. The only player. He's the only player in the team that can actually play central defensive midfield. So, Marlon, I'm know that you're on the same insight as with me as well. What do you think about that?
no, I don't have to go here. Hector's gonna start there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a CDM player there, and you cannot play Speedy and Devon and Daniel Johnson,
Mm-hmm.
right? That
Mm-hmm.
that won't balance your team.
Yeah. And the reason why I put Hector on that side is because we know that at this particular time, Alvas Powell might need the support from Hector defensively. So if we should shift into a defensive three, when Alvas Powell should go forward, Hector would be the perfect person to just slot in that position, whilst Daniel Johnson, which would be the next person, come across and cover that particular area. What do you think about that, Marlon?
Yeah, definitely. I think Daniel is stronger still playing on the right hand side. He's more
Mm-hmm.
comfortable here playing the box to box stuff on that side still.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're gonna use if you're expecting Alba to do a lot of attacking, it's right for Hector to sit back here.
Yeah, for coverage, for proper
And
coverage. Um, Giovanni said, Karim Alvas run and flank look good, but when the ball if it pass, a problem.
He's not a bad part of the ball. The thing about it, he doesn't square the ball. So that's why I said the
Mm-hmm.
person talking about having Mikel Antonio coming. Albas, he wants to Albas game. And he's not the person
Mm-hmm.
who's going to go in and whip in those classes. He will go to the
Mm-hmm.
18 box and keep, not whip me, keep them in the box
Mm-hmm.
rapid. So most of the time he gets a lot of deflection.
Okay.
But if you're looking to go there front and get those delicate passing and those whipping cross, that's not him. He's a person
Mm-hmm.
who likes to cut in and then go on his right foot to go to the edge of the 18 box and swing them in.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah, and I understand that. That's understandable. But we need to see some link up play between both Alvas and Leon Bailey and better clarity and understanding from both players. We will definitely need to see that. So that is the reason why the camp was so vital. Now, in the attacking midfield position, who are you looking to put in that position?
Well, Bobby Reed, I,
Mm-hmm.
I, I think we need him there. He's very deceptive.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he's a person who can go out as well and he can go out and let Bailey come in. So
Mm-hmm.
he's a person you can't really. Bobby Reed, football IQ is so high. He can go on any other flank them. He can
Mm-hmm.
play that position. He can switch with DJ same and come in deep like so. The
Mm-hmm.
flexibility of Bobby Reed and the rotation of play, it's going to be something to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And you know he's still there on the box.
Yeah, yeah. For me, I said it already that I believe that Bobby Reed might prove himself as one of our most important player for these group stages. I don't know why, but I just get that feeling. I have people don't listen. It's just a feeling that I have that Bobby Reed would be one of the most vital player for this group stages, and I don't know why I get that. I got that feeling, but we will see. Time will come. I think will be more important than even the reason why I said Bobby Reed is because Bobby Reed plays as a second strike, can play as a second striker, but how Andre Gray plays the link up plays, he would be vital in Bobby replay, these guys will be combined very, very well.
Yeah, what will be interesting? I
Mm-hmm.
think Edinburgh and Nicholson might start the first game.
Mm-hmm.
Andre Gray is coming into the camp with it, as we know
Mm-hmm.
that he just got his paper started out last week and stuff. So,
Mm-hmm.
I think with them doing more work, bar works already together, I think
Mm-hmm.
one of them might edge him work on that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna be interesting because Andre Gray is a person who can come deep as well, and he can set Bobby Reed free to go straight to the other channel, Liam
Mm-hmm.
Bailey as well. So that's the thing about him.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely understand. Um, so Leon Daly, as you guys know, we already discussed this. The amount of time we dropped in, there was no need for us to even say anything, but we know exactly that Leon Bailey would be the man on the right. Over the left hand side, who's the player for you?
Turgot will be the player. I think Turgot is the most explosive player in the squad.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna be that person.
Yeah, because I saw his coach was speaking about transfers in regards to Turgot, and he said that he expect a club to come in for Turgot, a big club coming in for Turgot, because he said that the type of player that he is, he can't see Turgot sitting with them for too long. And when you hear a coach say something like that about a particular player, it means that that player is doing very, very well, and we might expect good things. We should expect good things for that. I have no problem with Turgot, and one of the things I like is that Turgot is that player that loves the touchline, and he goes to the touchline and cut it, not byline, no people, not byline. He rubs the touchline. That's a throw line. He rubs the throw line.
Well,
Let's use your throw line.
and he's a daily player too, because if you look at him, he cuts in a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He's a person who's another daily guy around the box.
Yeah, so we have two inverted wingers.
So I think for this season he started playing. He was playing as a striker. So
Mm-hmm.
and you saw what he did in the Serbia game. He drop
Mm-hmm.
off, he take it. He loves to dribble a lot. He
Okay.
likes he have an explosive speed. He's a person who's gonna pull defenders to him out on the byline and leave them out there.
Okay. Jero said, I think they have the most expansive team in the group as well. Giovanni
Except,
said
yeah.
would take Hector over Williams any day. So it's what we have at this point in time, people. It's what we have.
Giovanni, to be fair to Hector, the last World Cup, Hector was not Jamaica better player. The only game that the one game that Jamaica lost, Hector was in the middle, and
Mm-hmm.
US ran really through it. McKinney had a field day.
Yeah. Rolando Codner said, Marlon, we can't play attacking expansive football because we don't have the players to do so. You can't be more wrong, Marlon. We have a very good attacking players. We do have quality players that can perform at that level, but it boils down to how the coach wants to deploy these players. I strongly believe so. It boils down to how the coach will deploy these players. Fresh God said, get the likes of people. People smash the like button. I would really, really appreciate it. For some reason, I never remember to tell people to do that.
Yeah,
I think it should be.
as Renan is saying, yes, I think if we had a better CDM there, remember now, Taxi can attack, Abbas can attack. It's all about what the coach wants him to do on the field. And when he analyzes the opponent, how does he want to play against them? So we can talk about expansive and this one is how the coach, when they sit down with the video analysts and they analyze the team, how they want to attack them. Do you want to attack them? Do you want to attack them on the flank? Right? If you want to attack them on the flank, well, guess what? I'm going to use my central attacking midfield with the wingers, right?
Okay.
And maybe the wing back or the right back. So that's how we go. So when a team say you don't get us, we're gonna be expansive today. You have to analyze the team where you're gonna play. Look at their weakness, where you want to attack them.
Totally. Warren said, the reason why the training is so intense, I believe they are preparing to play more explosive. That's a good insight. Because if you want to play more explosive and more expansive, you definitely have to turn up the notch just a bit. And see, people are dropping like flies. People are dropping, but I think it might be turned. It's going to be turned down by Saturday. I think it will be turned down Saturday to allow the players to recuperate.
They're going into the team hotel tomorrow, so they're basically about tomorrow they're on the Congo Cup bed. But the thing about this, they have two physical trainers now, and these persons professional physical trainers. Not like you just came somebody come to see a trainer. These are physical trainers.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of person was saying that the record was the physical trainer had them on the field for the first day,
Mm-hmm.
right? And playing football when you have a physical trainer training you, I don't want to see it. Right? I
Yeah.
can tell you.
You
And
prefer to see the ball, right?
yeah, man, I like to see the coach go and jog on this and you do ball work and you do
Yeah.
if it do 15 laps, I'm okay.
You sound like a Ravel.
Yeah, man, to do 15 laps, I'm okay. More than when you ever train a short sprint. Short sprint is something that we draw the hell out of you.
Yeah, man, that's true. Hey, so Marlon, see, for me as a countryman, you know, our coach, when I was on D Cup camp, right? What our coach did, would hit the hills and would run a place in Lindsay called Mount Diablo. Would tear down that mountain, circle the mountain, and come back. Then in the morning for breakfast, that boil like dash along, I think Ramgot dash along and Medina tea for us to drink. And we just a run the entire just a run.
No, I know that. I had
That's a
a
run.
coach who used to coach
Just a
Gillingham
run.
in England. And I remember one time he was on vacation and he came 1 week and took over the training.
Mm-hmm.
And he put 25 balls between the
Mm-hmm.
18 box onto the half line. And guess what? 15 minutes I was done.
Yeah.
I was done because you're jogging and
Mm-hmm.
by the time you're there jogging, probably you might jog up to the half line and when he blows that whistle, the closest ball you have to sprint and touch it. And
Yeah,
by the
yeah,
time
yeah.
you have to touch the next one to it. That thing drew the hell out of you, man. But,
Most people
but
don't. Most
yeah,
people don't
so
like the physical aspect of training. What they call it, strengthening and what they call
yeah,
that. Most people don't like it because how I know how really tough it was when I started to do tracks. My word, it was tough, man. It was really, really tough. So up top for me, Marlon, I'm going with Andre Gray. I know that most people might think that Andre Gray may not start, but listen, I'm 100% sure that
I would start him in this game.
why not?
Huh?
Why you wouldn't start him in this game?
I think
What?
I probably go with between Shamara and Burke for this game.
Mm-hmm.
I need
Shamar
somebody
Arbor,
yeah, I need somebody with some muscular up there to basically take dunk out of his
Dunk,
comfort zone. And I
bullet.
think Corey Burke could be that man. Hold the ball up and carrying Bobby Reed and Liam Bailey and Blake Turcotte. And
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Johnson coming from as a deep line midfielder.
Mm-hmm.
What you have on Daniel Johnson is a predator from out 8 yard box.
Mm-hmm.
Bailey is very good from out 8 yard box. So Bobby Reed can do it out the same way. So Turcotte can do it the same way. But I think if he can get to rough up, because I think for Suriname it might be Malone
Mm-hmm.
and Malone is a person who can stand up there and be company for Dunk.
Yeah. Um, you're going through a few more of the comments. But the reason why I'm going with Andre Blake is because it's difficult for me to look past a player that in his last three
Yeah, I
appearances.
know that. I know
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I look at that as well. But
yeah,
because
yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
if he was there from the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he would be the man. But I think these guys have done some work already, so we have to give them respect. And I think the sharpness that Burke is on right now,
Mm-hmm.
I think is here to bully over everybody right now.
Okay.
But I think moving forward, still it's gonna be between it's gonna be Andre Gray going through
Mm-hmm.
moving forward.
Neil Sovereign said, if we are pressing in the first game, I think Burke would be starting as he has the legs and the youthful exuberance. It's unlikely Gray's hold-up play will be appropriate if things are going well. If things aren't going well, remember, so this is the thing about it, you know. Some of the time we can actually overthink how we want to approach certain games. And it's just simple. a lot of times we just overthink how we want to approach certain games. So for example, we're going to look at it, say that the defenders that they have are very, very physical. But in the same sense, they might not be the best defenders with the ball at their feet. So when we play the ball around them, their main aim is to try to get onto the players to be physical with them. So they and just like that, they throw them off their game. But look at it. Would you say you won't start Lionel Messi because he'll be playing against a physical team? No.
No, man, it's nothing like that on the military. I just
Yeah.
think, as I said, I think Corey's have the legs more than all of them
Mm-hmm.
right now. As
Mm-hmm.
you know, Anthony Gray, they just started on preseason on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why a lot of persons like Bobby Reed were saying that it's hardest workout here. So these guys are in preseason mode. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember, now, it's basically they brought them through a preseason drill. The MLS favor are complaining because they
Mm-hmm.
already have that much sharpness and they have that fitness. When you're coming off a vacation and as Bobby Reed is basically coming off because he didn't play the friendly games,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna find that from him.
Yeah. Eagle Republic said Leon Bailey on the right and Blair Turgott on the left. Both cutting in and shooting behind the screamers. Demar Smith said no Ravel. No Demar, no Ravel as yet. No information on that.
Probably gonna be between the third and the second game.
All right. Junior Helen said, bless up, enjoying the program at the moment. Thank you for that, Junior. Ian Campbell said, Hector must start. He's the only person we have as central defensive midfielder at the moment, so he will start. Sup with Ravel though. Ravel will join up with the team at a much later date. David Soj Bali said, where the boy East there? East got a knock in training. Man's not hot pep. Wagwan military. Big up man's not hot pep. Tajay Benson said, Bobby Reed was one of Fulham's better player last season in the Premier League. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Guna Boy TV said Jamaica priority should be winning the Gold Cup. I think we are going for it.
That's what they're going for.
Mm-hmm. I think we're going for it. Erdnat said truck training is the most intense of all sports. A man, I can tell you, I'm running the 200 and you're telling me to train for 800 and 400 and I'm going to run the 200. Can you imagine that? Whew. When I went to Champs and I run that 200 meter and I saw those guys take off, man, it was problem trying to keep up, man.
You need to go in a football preseason and see how the professional they run, then you know what is training. I'm not talking about Jamaica training. Be around one of the clubs, European clubs, and see when they go for. I remember a couple years back, I was in Austria, in Salzburg, and Stern Graves was training. Right? And they basically train on the field, and these guys, for the first week, they didn't touch a ball.
Wow.
They didn't touch a ball.
The most intense training I ever witnessed was actually, I think it was Johan Blake in about 2014 when he was in his, I don't remember, when he was in his peak. I watched him train now because I saw a few other athletes was there as well. And I watched him, I think Warren was there as well. And I was watching them train. And I'm like, that's not for me. 100% not for me.
It's a lot, man, because even all the sports, so we cannot really go and say this sport, every sport, because I've seen NFL team train already and guys falling out. Like, I remember San Diego was training a couple years back and the same thing.
Yeah, man, people just puking all over the place. Yeah, I miss the guys train until they start to puke. I'm like, what? Yeah, man. Then I like themselves, man. Then drink your water and the water come back. Nerds Beat said, big up military. Erdnati said, on which planet? Gunner Boy TV. I missed that. It's a Gold Cup. I take priority over World Cup. Ooh. I don't agree with that, Gunner Boy. I wish I could say that. Ravel I'm too big to play against Suriname.
Hector Bellerin.
I feel say Hector Bellerin in the team. Get Hector. Interest said Damian Lowe look impressive in a defensive midfield role against Serbia. I don't think we will see Damian Lowe in that position anytime soon again. I really, really doubt that. Zachariah Thompson said Nicholson over Gray. Yeah, someone is asking if somebody really, really start Nicholson over Gray. Ian Campbell said Zachariah Shamar is coming off an injury and season break. So why would you start him over a fit Burke who is playing weekly? Rivaldo, we need the left back, We need that left back. Big up military. Giovanni Brown said, like that, basketball is the most intense and I played both sport. He said, I like that. Kyle Fagan said, Fleming should start over Hector. Kyle, really? You know what position Hector is playing?
Kyle, let me call you. Do you watch football? Do you have any knowledge about football midfield? Is Fleming what defensive part of the game does Fleming have?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? You know that's why Fleming hasn't basically moved on.
Yeah. Comfort. Total Football said, why is Taxi coming into the squad so late and start over Bell? Let's remember team chemistry. That's a good question. What do you think about that, Marlon?
That's why I said it. I said it with him coming late. Remember, Liam Moore and Bell has played 3 games already together.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
All of us don't know each other.
True.
Right? Okay, so that's what I said. It's a
and based off the training sessions or the videos, the clips, and all those things, these guys look like they're bonding, and they look like they have a level of understanding of how they want to play. So we might see a bit of discrepancies, and players might not agree, but we will see.
The thing about Taxi up, I think he has that much sharpness basically. So if he doesn't come and get in the team tactics, Bill could be the one started.
Okay. Erdnati said Jamaica football coaches, especially at the high school level, should let the track coaches have them in some part to get both their strength and stamina conditioning up. That's true. That is true. I think I think the tracks coach, because the tracks coach have a lot to do with fitness, stamina, body conditioning, and definitely the weight training, because the tracks coach are normally really, really good at weight training because they know the muscles.
It's totally different. It's totally different. A track coach is half a track coach to coach a football team. If you're gonna talk about stamina thing, the football develop more stamina. Tracks, you're basically gonna do probably speed endurance, right? Recovery for over 45 minutes. Football. A football game is 90 minutes, and you normally do basically an hour, 2 hours intensive.
Life with Brains, them extras I said the JFF just need to come out of the dark and make the fans know what's going on with Ravel. I don't think, the thing about it is that the JFF is not obligated to tell us anything. They're not obligated to tell us anything. But out of professionalism, they should. Being professional. Because if you guys should search on any social media platform right now, check out any one of the coaches. All of the coaches that are taking part in this CONCACAF Gold Cup, they have done a particular press briefing or interview speaking about the 23 man that they selected, squad that they selected to participate in the Gold Cup.
So it's different enough. It's different because Canada is sponsored by One Soccer, right? Basically US same way. Berhata hasn't gone in front of the media. He just gone to the sponsors and said this and that about the players, and he said the European players weren't going to be available because of pre-season and stuff. So the MLS players, they didn't really go in there for them.
So who are we sponsored by?
Huh?
Who are we sponsored by?
So they're not obligated to go. They're obligated Saturday to go to CONCACAF under the CONCACAF.
Yeah, I understand that part. Yeah, I understand that part. Ian Campbell said Bell should start over Taxi. It's going to be a tough decision for Tapa. Karim Grant said Guadeloupe is the best side for Ravel to play against. Are you saying that Guadeloupe will be easy? Is that what you're saying? Guadeloupe will be easy? I think that's what you're saying now. Life with Brains said, to me, Ravel, Bobby, and Bailey is the biggest thing in the 23-man squad. At the end of the day, some of the time, it's not the big names that turn up, It's not the big names that really, really turn up some of the time, It's funny to know that some of the time it's just someone out of the dark just turn up and start to knock some leather and show what the class that they have and the potential that they have. For example, like me, I said that Bob Reed is going to be the player, but it can be Turgot, Bell could get the first opportunity, and then no Taxi just can't get a look in again. Because if anyone didn't know, the last Gold Cup campaign, throughout the entirety of the campaign, for the back line, the defensive structure, only one change Tapa Whitmore made in the last Gold Cup campaign, and that was in the semi-finals when Damian Lowe couldn't play.
It was a change you have to make because Damian Lowe wasn't there, and I think the two change in it picked up moving to centre back and Lowe wasn't there. But if Tapa had started Lowe and Hector playing centre back, they'd have been a better unit
and a stronger chance of winning.
Yeah.
A stronger chance of winning.
We didn't trust our guys to play a CDM.
Eagle Republic said it's not coming home to Jamaica. Footballers must always vomit in training. You're not training good if you're not vomiting. A coach once told me that coach is trying to kill you guys, man. That coach is trying. Love Football 8 KC 8 the Crankies. Big up. Thank you for coming in, enjoying the stream so far, bro. A lot of respect. Guys, please, smash the like button. We're at an hour and a half now. I think we might just go 5 more minutes, taking a few more questions, because you know that I don't like this long drawn-out show where we lose track of everything. I want to keep the discussion short and spicy, and we cover everything that we need to cover, so that when people are watching and they rewatch, they're not just hearing we just ranting all over the place. We're here to discuss the football aspect of everything. Let's run through some of the comments. Jamaica mentality and standards are too low. We need to bring home a trophy. Yeah, but that doesn't mean we should sacrifice the World Cup.
Not like we're gonna take the trophy and run with it. You know, it's not here enough.
The Rebel situation is a joke from Adrian Allen. He's one person who needed this training camp and he misses the whole thing. It makes sense in play again, won't be sharp enough. And that is the thing. No.
Yeah, but Adrian, if you cannot blame Rebel, you cannot blame nobody. Guess what? When you go, you're dealing with a consulate. It's not a given, right? Right? They might give you opportunity to enter your country. That's it. So we can say this or we can say that. Right? You cannot blame Rebel, you cannot blame the JFF.
It's out of the JFF position and it's out of Rebel's position. Because funny enough, now
they have asked if they can intervene. They can make it worse, or they can probably pull it through. Remember now, St. Vincent had 24 players going to the playoff, right? And they gave 13 visas, right? 11 didn't get a visa. So if you look at it, the Cuban team, they gave them the visa, they approved the visa for them, and they didn't give them the visa until the Friday, and they had the game to play Saturday. And kind of Monday that you have to be 72 hours before you can play the game to do your COVID test and protocol and everything.
Okay.
So it's totally it's a very difficult situation when it comes to.
Yeah, and that's true. That's true. That you can't lay this on either Ravel nor JFF shoulder, because this is totally out of the ballpark. It's totally out of the ballpark. Even if they were trying to sort this out from maybe from the Saudi Arabia game, I do think that it would be the same situation. What that would have done.
Remember, it's basically you have to get this thing sorted out early when it comes close to that.
And it just wasn't going through. And the thing is that it also was fun. We were crying out for Ravel. We're crying out for Ravel. So the JFF literally their back was against the wall that they had to try. It was a must. They needed to try to get this man into the team because they knew how the fan base is feeling about the particular player. They knew the love that the fan base have for the particular player. So if they had left out Ravel out of the 23-man squad, I am guaranteeing you that it would have been a total different story. It would be riot in Jamaica.
Remember this process started before he went to Japan? Okay, so
because we remember when he came into the country, because he was trying to start that out, and it almost didn't make him feature in the Japan program as well because of it.
The Japan game.
And I think the JFF really know important that player is to the fans. And I said it, and people laugh at me now. I said that Ravel Morrison is the most talked about Jamaican reggae boy, yet still, Leon Bailey is the poster boy. I can maybe I'm wrong, but I think Ravel Morrison is actually the most talked about.
The thing about military, you see the Jamaican player like touch players, fair players.
Yeah.
And you find players who like to hold the ball and do tricks with it. That's it. Remember, like, you might find a person who goes for a hat trick and they still praise a person who beat up Junior Pass a couple of person on the field and that.
Pile a man and flick a boy up. Yeah, I totally understand that. That's us, man. Because when we are at a match, and somebody pile somebody, the whole stadium move, The whole stadium move,
The most entertaining player coming from England, Jamal Campbell-Rice.
Campbell-Rice.
And when he took Rafael Marquez down to the corner flag and leaving down here.
And you know anything about Campbell-Rice, I do? And then I say Campbell-Rice had no pile and salad, no. I just think trickery and fast foot movements,
Even when Fuller scored, the only thing because of goal, he got a bigger the whole stadium arose. But what Campbell-Rice was doing on the field that Saturday evening, Friday evening was nothing normal. You're talking about a Barcelona player.
Yeah.
Have him all over the place there.
Just like that. Stu MC, guys, remember to smash the like button. I'm going through a few more of the questions and then I'm going to close off. I'm so sorry that I won't be able to stay with you guys through the entire night. I'm so happy for England, especially Queen Lizzie. The last time they were relevant in football, she had no... Come on, man. Come on. Listen, I'm not an England fan because I'm a France supporter. I don't want to see England win this stuff. I prefer Italy win it. I would honestly prefer Italy win it. And I strongly believe that Italy will win it. I'm not an English supporter. If Tapa stay with like Southgate and cut out the friend thing, we will bring it home. Why everybody saying bring it home? Theonier said, from what I see from the games, Ravel Morrison has played for Jamaica. He's our secret weapon off the bench. Life with Brain said, okay, let us just pray that Ravel gets his visa to travel. Even if he misses the first match, I can't wait to see him control the midfield. I wish he was actually down here, like training with a team or something like that for us. Flair is a part of our culture, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Erdnat said Ravel has much more flair than Leon. Leon is not that flair type of player. Cameron Rice is a general, said Michael Woodburn. So people, I want to say, guys, please remember to smash that like button. I have over 130 persons watching right now. Over 130 persons watching right now. Because so one blue is went home, so I'm supporting the next blue. Because my favorite color is actually blue. So people, remember that just smash that like button. I'm closing off the show right now. I see a few of you coming in, but I'm closing off right now. I've been here for over an hour and 37 minutes. Just remember to smash that like button and show the channel. So a lot of support, people. I do thank you very much for tuning in. Massive respect. Big up, Marlon. You have anything to say, Marlon? Predicted score. I didn't do this. Score predictions, people. Put it in the comments. Drop the score predictions in the comment. If you're watching on the rewatch, put it in the comment section as well. Score predictions, people. I am going for Jamaica 2, Suriname 1. I think we're going to nick it. It's going to be a very, very good game, a very, very close game. Put it in the comment section, people. Put your score prediction in the comment section. What is your score prediction, Marlon?
My prediction, Jamaica score prediction, I will give it on Sunday. I'm predicting Mexico to how much will they add 6-0.
Really?
That's my prediction. Mexico to, I'm being generous for them.
We'll make it waiting on Sunday.
No, I'm giving the scores prediction day in, day by. Jamaica
Okay.
I'm predicting Mexico to slam them 6. Anything under 6, it will be a compliment for Trinidad.
What if Trinidad beat Mexico? Just a what if?
It will be the biggest shock in football presently. And I think Curacao we get by El Salvador 2-1.
Okay. All right, let me run through some of the comments first. Jerome 876 said Jamaica 3, Suriname 1. Love Football 8 Cranky said 2-0 to Jamaica. Erdnati said 4-0 to Jamaica. Photos of Jamaica said Jamaica 4 or 5, Suriname 1. Wow. Michael Woodburn said it's going Rome. River Leclerc said Suriname 1, Jamaica 2. J. Anywhere Sports said bless up military people. Bless up people. J. Anywhere Sports have a YouTube channel as well. You can go and check out his channel and hit the subscribe button on his channel and show him some strong support, people. Michael Woodburn said 2-1 to Jamaica. 2-1 to Jamaica. Okay. That's from Michael Woodburn. God King said Suriname 3, Jamaica 2. Global Sports News said Jamaica will win 4-1. Tariq Anderson said why the Gold Cup couldn't start the same time the Euro start. I think it's TV rights, viewership. Everyone wants to maximize viewership. Petit France said Jamaica 3-0 win. Pete France, I should said. Robert King said 5 Jamaica. Whoa. We may even end up giving them 6 or 7. Woo, from photos of Jamaica. Tevin said 3-1 Jamaica. People, thank you very much for your input. A lot of respect as Marlon just gave his last input. People, thank you very much for supporting the channel. Massive respect. And tomorrow, I personally want to see, Saturday, I want to see the king himself, King Leo, lifting a trophy for Argentina. So I will be cheering on King Leo on Saturday. He's the greatest footballer. Huh?
It's gonna be a fight again.
You say you don't want Messi to lift a trophy. You don't want Messi to win.
Remember my Argentina, so
Argentina support?
Yeah, man.
So hold on. You support Ronaldo, right? You're a Ronaldo fan.
No, man, I follow Ronaldo because Ronaldo was at Manchester.
So he's a Messi fan.
Eh?
He's a Messi fan.
Me, I treat him meet Messi and I say.
Right. Yeah. Conflict of interest as a Manchester United fan.
Yeah? No, man, no. I have to support the Red and the work Belgrano, man.
Vibes Addict Entertainment said, save this live, please. It will be saved. There will be a rewatch. You can rewatch it. Vibes. I know you get to miss it, but you can rewatch it. I don't want to touch it go any further, people. Massive respect.
Come on. I said it's trap. I'll be less.
Big up, people. Massive respect. Military Guna TV. And me and Marlon are here. We're coming off and we are